If the Lions go 12-4, I'm sending this tape in to ESPN.
One for the chance, baby. We don't win in the specific years that I want us to win. Let's go! I was big on them and so was Chandler. Because he's not the better player. Watch them play football.
Oh my God! You watched the highlights? Did you watch Johnny Manziel's highlights when he? Whoa, guys! Look at me! I'm gonna go throw the ball.
If Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's gonna start. That's all you have. How are you gonna win the division with that? How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nosebleeds podcast, where today we're going to be recapping the final 3 days of the NBA bubble, and we're going to be giving a total preview for the NBA playoffs. My name is Nick Antonakis, and I'm not going to be joined by the basketball crew. We got Stuart Brooks, we got Chandler Bretz. How's it going, guys?
All right, let's get this going, Nick.
All right, so, yeah.
No, just go ahead.
Oh. Okay.
Great start. Let's go.
All right, so I just say that maybe we'll just dive right into it in a recap of, we had the last 3 days of the bubble and the regular season. All the playoff matches are set. What?
You sound tired.
I'm trying to talk quietly because my parents are asleep.
We put in the work here at Nosebleeds.
We're all from different places right now. Nick's in Arlington. I'm on the Cape. Chandler's in Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting on that grind. We're putting on that grind to get you Nosebleeds episodes. So,
Make sure to like this.
Yeah, make sure to give it a like.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, and if you're on Apple Podcasts, like Chandler said, give it a 5-star rating. So,
if 5's the highest, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Give it 3.
5's the highest.
Okay,
I've already given it a 5-star rating.
Figure out how to give us a 10.
Nepotism or whatever.
This is on you.
Favoritism. All right, let's do it.
All right. So, let's just start by recapping the final 3 days of the NBA bubble. We got Sir smiling because I'm talking so quietly.
Because you're talking.
I know.
You want me
it's
to?
Like ACMi. ACMi.
I can do it.
Doesn't matter. Let's just go. What notable games do we want to talk about?
All right. So actually, I got the schedule right here. This is kind of helpful. All right. So I'm going to start from Wednesday. All right. So the first one I think we should talk about here is let's just see who played. All right. So the Clippers and Nuggets played. And if this was the only chance the Nuggets had to try to get the second seed, but the Clippers got this one. They played Kawhi and Paul George. They won 124 to 111. So I don't know. I mean, this just proves to me basically that the Clippers and Lakers are the best teams in the West, and that the Nuggets, despite their talent, are still not on the level of those teams.
Screw the Nuggets.
Yeah, Nick's an anti-Nuggets advocate.
He still picked the Nuggets.
True.
We'll get into the records soon.
We'll get into the records.
Yeah, I picked the Clippers.
Sad times here in Antonakis household.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yep.
Not too much. Yeah, not too much to say.
I'm still not. No, I'm still not convinced with the Lakers. I mean, I was very much going into the bubble, but they just haven't done anything to assure me. We'll get to that.
You don't think they're top 2 team?
I mean, I think they're definitely a top 2 team, but in terms of them being the Clippers and the Lakers being the 2 best teams, I think that right now I have to give that edge to the Clippers, even though I was the one of the 3 who wasn't doing that at the beginning.
Yeah, it's been a good week for the disappointing teams. Basically, the Lakers, Bucks, and Clippers have all disappointed us so far in the bubble, but the Clippers have had a very strong week this week. They're back and beating the Thunder in the last game of the season, so. They go into the playoffs with their heads held high, I guess you can say. And, they're going – I think they're happy that they're playing Dallas and not maybe, Houston or something like that. So, yeah, quality win for them. This is probably one of the last games that mattered. Heat Thunder, this wasn't that important.
No, not really.
But it was a good game. I mean –
it was a good game.
Yeah.
The Thunder came back from down a lot. Jimmy Butler Chris Paul threw the ball at Duncan Robinson, and Jimmy Butler got angry, so he ran Chris Paul over.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but I mean,
another moment of bubble savagery.
Two mid-tier teams, mid-seeded teams in both conferences, both pretty good. I mean, I don't know what team I even picked. I think the Heat are probably a little better, but
I think
you guys
we
both
picked the Heat.
You guys both picked the Thunder. I picked the Heat.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about the seed,
right?
but I was pretty sure that after Miami beat Indiana, they were going to be the 4-5. So I don't think they cared about any of the games. post Tuesday. So that's why I was picking OKC. I mean, they almost lost, but Yeah. All right, Raptor Sixers. This one didn't matter much because because both teams already clinched. So I didn't talk about that.
Just skip it.
It was the bench players mostly, and then Pacers Rockets. It was the first game of the day. It was actually a good one. I think Houston already clinched, but Harden played. But the Pacers actually played well without Warren, which is a good sign. Considering how much they've been leaning on him offensively so far in the bubble. I believe he is going to play in the playoffs. I don't think he's going to have it. Yeah. So that's good sign for them. And Harden looked good too. No Westbrook, not much for either side, but good win for Indiana, I guess. And Nick, who'd you pick? You picked the Rockets, right?
I think I did.
This is the first one. Or no, did Chandler pick the Rockets? Somebody I got all the
didn't pick the Rockets.
I got all the games right in the first day, so
What is it?
it was the first game I think that we had.
I picked the Rockets.
Oh, Pacers versus Rockets?
It's the top. It should be at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah, we all picked the Pacers.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Oh.
All right.
I thought the two games with the Rockets and the Heat were the ones that were conflicting. Maybe it was reverse.
No, I think
it was
the Clippers and Nuggets.
It was the Rockets last game against the 76ers.
No, but on that first day.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
On the first day.
The first day,
the first day with the day with the Heat and the last day with the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because you know who's winning. But anyway. All right, so Celtics Wizards. I mean, this again doesn't matter much. The Wizards are out. Yeah. But
we lost.
We didn't play anyone.
But Chandler's prediction of the Wizards not averaging 90 to not. Yeah, they scored at least 95.
Chandler got flamed on that one, dude.
Well, I told you that in the modern league, it's just not realistic.
The Wizards did get a win.
I'm gonna slightly defend myself by saying I thought this was gonna be such a different style of play. That's why one of the reasons I had the Grizzlies doing so well is I didn't think it was going to be as much of a shooting, more a kind of like a pick-up transition type game.
Right.
And I thought that Ja Morant would have really thrived off that, and he kind of did in the last couple games.
He played pretty well overall, but yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be a lot less like that, and I didn't think that Wizards lineup really aided to that.
Thomas Bryant had 26 and 9, not bad. Javonte Green for the Celtics had 23, a career high. Not bad. Whole team. Taco got in there. He had 4 points.
Taco got 4 points.
Yep. A couple blocks, a steal. Not bad. He did have a couple fouls. But
he's warming up for Giannis. That's why.
He actually had a 0 plus minus, which is better than most of the team. Not bad. All right. Kings, Lakers. I think the Lakers were resting most players. I do believe LeBron was playing, but yeah, the Kings took him out. And also on another note, the Kings GM has resigned.
And
good.
Kings fans are rejoicing in the streets. Vlade Divac has been vanquished.
If I were a Kings fan, I wouldn't be too excited because you see who they have as the interim?
Joe Dumars, right?
Who is arguably even worse.
He was good at first, but he didn't make any good moves in about 10 years when he was in Detroit. So I don't know, but they could get the market.
If they can get a new not even an established one, just somebody who's going to actually try to build something around De'Aaron Fox. And I think that the future, while it wasn't at all bright, there's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. All right, Bucks
Fox is great, so.
Knicks angry game. The Bucks rested their players, which I didn't anticipate for some reason.
I hate the Grizzlies.
Well, Nick, this is the thing. The Bucks did not play. They did play Middleton, but only 21 minutes. They didn't play Giannis. They played Bledsoe just barely. Connaughton, who I said would score 28, had 2 points. So, it was not – they weren't giving all their effort out there. They were just trying to get everybody, ready for the postseason. I mean, they got Kyle Korver playing 21 minutes out there. Memphis.
That's what I hate about that. That's so dumb.
But they played
well. The Bucks are stupid.
Why?
And the Grizzlies.
They want to rest their players.
They're stupid. They don't try at all. They haven't been trying throughout this entire bubble.
That's not true.
I mean, it's a fair strategy. You can go for it.
That's what teams have been doing forever.
And then it
pisses you off specifically because you picked the Grizzlies to miss.
Even more because the Grizzlies were the ones playing them.
Hey, I mean, I'll be honest. I did want them to lose this game because I wanted Phoenix to get it, but you can't blame Milwaukee for resting a starter.
So dumb.
It's not dumb.
Stupid.
It's stupid to you, but it's not. Yeah. It's smart. It would have been stupid for Milwaukee to play their starters.
It was a smart strategy for Milwaukee, but it's stupid that the Grizzlies had to be in that game.
Yeah.
Like, out of all the teams
Hey,
in the
they're
NBA,
still okay.
give the Wizards.
No, the
I hate
Grizzlies
the
were still a
Grizzlies.
lot
They
better.
could die.
We'll talk
Ja
about
can just move to Ja can move to Texas and leave the Grizzlies to die.
All right. Suns Mavs was not super important because the Mavs were wrestling off, but the Suns
Suns
wanted to get
won,
that win.
though.
Played excellent. They were blowing them out. Freaking what's his name? Cameron Payne was looking great in the first half. Booker obviously again. Luka actually was pretty good in the few minutes he played, which is a good sign, obviously. But yeah, win for the Suns, 8-0. Booker, we didn't get the bubble MVP, but he couldn't have played any better. I mean, a lot of people are saying like, oh, they didn't make the playoffs. Doesn't matter. It definitely matters. This is building a winning culture on the team.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have Oubre, who's their starting forward. Like, it's good. It's a good win for the franchise.
I really hope they're good next year, honestly, because they're deserving of it, especially at this point.
Yeah, I think they can make the playoffs.
I think pending on
Definitely
how
they can make a push.
free agency goes and how potentially the draft lottery goes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's such an uncertainty, but we didn't have the NCAA tournament. I mean, think about that. Players like Dante DiVincenzo a couple of years ago certainly wouldn't have been a first-round pick. Might not have even gotten drafted. Now he's a valuable bench player on a number one team in the East. So you can absolutely find steals in this draft. So depending on how the draft goes for the Suns, I think that they could be maybe even a second-round candidate next year, not just a one and done. It's possible.
Yeah, as Ayton gets better and Oubre, they got depth. They have a good culture on their team. I think they can compete in every game they're in. And Phoenix hasn't made the playoffs in a while, so I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, 2010. Am I correct in saying that?
2010. Yeah.
Only problem is it's just the West is super tough. Like, they're going to have to beat out some good teams.
The West is going to be really fun next year.
I know.
If they don't improve, then they're not going to make the playoffs. Like, that's the thing. Like, they need to, this kind of happened with the Kings last year. Like, they won 40 games. Everybody was excited, but then they got slightly worse. And then that's just like, that doesn't cut it in the West. So
trade for Dame.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't know what they'd have to do. But anyway, Spurs Jazz. This one wasn't too important. Other than that, it ended the Spurs' chances.
22 years.
Die Spurs.
22 years of making playoffs. Unbelievable achievement, especially the NBA. Got to give them credit, but it comes to
it's like the Red Wings.
Yeah, or the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
The Patriots missed in
that'll be sad.
02 and 08, but yeah. But, like, it's close enough. I mean,
Yeah.
Pelicans Magic. This one wasn't that important at all because
Pelicans got killed, didn't they?
No, they lost by 6. They kind of made a comeback, but
Pelicans.
Their coach has been fired. And
Pelicans coach?
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw that. Well, he's been the coach there since 2015, which is a while.
Wow.
So, I don't think Alvin Gentry is a bad coach. I just think that he's been there for a while now. They just kind of have to bring someone else in at this point because it's 5 years and they only made the playoffs once. It's not the best formula there. And then finally, the actual really important game here: Portland and Brooklyn. Me and Nick were watching this game, and came down to the wire. And Karis LeVert had a chance to win.
Oh,
Karis LeVert balled out in that first.
He did play well, but Dame
30-32
again.
Dude, Dame popped off. Anthony played really well in the second half. Carmelo, because you're gonna get pissed at me.
He only scored 9 points. Let's calm down on that.
He had 9 points.
I know, but he played well in that fourth quarter, especially.
He made 1 3.
He had 1 corner 3. That was a really
clutch
shot.
It was a good shot, but he didn't play that well overall.
That's like
Gary
saying
Trent
Nurkic was popping off too.
Gary Trent Jr. knocked down 4 trays. Yeah, let's see.
My
Karis LeVert had
Blazers
37, 6, and 9. How about that?
Yeah,
the rest of the team did not play well.
That was probably even though Gary Trent played pretty well offensively, he's also been sneaky lockdown defender.
Yeah,
and that was this was his first really bad game in terms of a matchup because he got absolutely blistered by Karis LeVert.
Yeah. Good game for Portland. If LeVert makes that shot, Nick's dreams are over because
I was so scared. And my TV was ahead of Sierra Stewart.
Yeah.
And I was like,
because we were on the phone
I muted myself and I started jumping around.
Yeah, because I didn't know, because his was 8 seconds ahead of mine. So I didn't know what was going to happen. But all right, well, that wraps up those games. So finally, yesterday's games. Sixers Rockets. This one wasn't important other than James Harden and Embiid getting into a little confrontation. But Sixers actually took care of business. Surprising. I'm surprised that they looked this good. I mean, I don't think it means much, but Sixers. Yeah, they
still not going to get out of the first round.
Hell no.
Yep.
All right. Clippers Thunder. This was an entertaining game, but no starters really played. Terrence Mann, point guard for the Clippers, played great, near triple-double. Just 25, 14, 9. Yeah, basically nobody played in this game, but entertaining nonetheless. Heat Pacers. The Heat think they can beat the Pacers, so they just were like, it doesn't matter what seed we are, 4 or 5, there's no home court. So they rested their players. Pacers got the win there. I don't think Warren played in this game, though. No, he didn't.
He did not.
And then finally, the last game, or actually, this was the first game, but game here, Nuggets Raptors. Raptors got the win. I didn't watch any of this. Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it looks like the bench played all the minutes for the Nuggets and for the Raptors. But,
Let's go.
All right, cool. All right, so that wraps
And
up
then-
the games there.
Well, today we have today's playing.
Oh,
game.
yeah, that's right. Well, that's
This was such a good game. This was a real.
I didn't see it because I was at work.
Okay,
That's
well,
so
maybe you
sad.
should quit your job
rewatch
then.
the game. You should
Yeah, maybe
rewatch
I should
the game.
just. Yeah, I will.
It was what I don't think I can overstate how good of a game it was. It was back and forth. The beginning, I actually turned it on around when I think it was Blazers were up by like 20 or something.
Yeah, it was at one
I was
point
like,
it was 30-14 in the first quarter. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's
over.
pretty much around when I turned it on.
Yeah, and I was like, wow.
And
And then
then
I was half paying attention,
Grizzlies
and then
came back.
it was 36-33. Memphis was up, so that's a
Yeah.
what is that? A 19-3 run. They just completely
Oh my
more than that.
god.
It's 22-3 run. So
And then it was just back and forth and
yeah,
back
it was
and
back and forth. It really didn't know. I mean, actually, it was in the middle of the third quarter. I went for a walk on the beach, but the I watched the last few minutes, obviously, of the game. So Carmelo with a huge shot up 3.
Oh my god.
Ja played great in the second half down the stretch. Both big men. Nurkic with unfortunately of his grandmother passing from COVID this morning.
Oh no.
But he balled the fuck out. He had
Good.
17 rebounds and 15 points in the first half. He was dominating. But Valanciunas also played great. He had 12 points in the second quarter to really get them back into it. Ja had a lot of turnovers, but he was scoring at will basically. Dame,
Rip jaw.
he played well, but he didn't play quite as well as he's been playing before. But
How many
also,
points did he get?
He had 31.
I mean, that's still great.
For
but-
him, the over-under
No,
on
yeah.
his points was 37.5. So,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you bet the under, But they were doubling him for like a lot of the game, though. And then C.J. McCollum, who's been he's playing with a back injury.
He's broken back.
Yeah, 29, a huge 3 over Ja, and then a jumper to put them up. I think it was 6 at a different point in the game. That was a big time thing. But bettors are pissed because the line was 5.5, Portland, but Ja made that 3 at the end to cut it to 3. So even if you bet on Portland, you didn't
Still
get
lost.
You still lost the bet because Memphis got they covered. So, yeah.
All I gotta say is,
I mean,
how
I
does
was
it
kind of
feel?
hoping for Memphis to win because
I was.
How-
I wanted them.
Well,
to
yeah,
play
I
in
would
the
have loved
game.
to see a second play-in,
Yeah, because
but
I heard after Portland did not want to play another game because they're tired.
Yeah, no.
They need to be ready for the Lakers.
big fact of the day. So, I mean, first off, like this whole game is just going to prove to be like a really cool bar trivia thing because it's the only game in NBA history that is not a preseason game, not a regular season game, and not a playoff game.
It's kind of a playoff game.
Wow.
Like they said on the broadcast that they're not counting it as playoff game.
It's like a qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't see.
But
I mean, I was talking about this. I think they should just have this always. If the 4 seed, if the 9 seed gets within 4 games of the 8 seed,
Maybe not 4, but maybe like
2
2 next year.
in
Yeah.
the real NBA in the regular season, why not have the playing game? You're going to draw viewers in. It's only 1 extra or 2 extra games. It gives the 9 seed a chance to
Like a playoff feel.
get in there. Yeah, it would be a great selling point for the NBA, especially now they're going to have to compete with football having the extra playoff game.
Absolutely.
With the 7 seeds. I wouldn't
And
be
extra
surprised.
regular season game coming up.
Yeah, right. So they need to make up some of that financial revenue. I could easily see something like this happening. I hope it does.
That'd be super fun to watch too.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, there's always for us, there's only a few day delay, but usually between the end of the regular season and the playoffs, during an actual season, it's like a 4 or 5 day layoff. So that would give it enough time for fans to be able to watch, something in those few days while they're waiting for the playoffs. Usually, it's a decent time off between the end of the season and postseason. So, yeah. But Charlie,
Kind of like how they have like the they have 12-12, 16-16, 12-12 and 16-16 in March Madness. You have those the first 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as for this actual
right.
game, the best way to describe it is the first half was a game was straight out of the 90s. It was big man dominated. The guards were pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
And then, it just became a duel between Ja and Damian Lillard plus CJ McCollum at the end. And fun fact also, Ja was actually playing the last 4 games of the bubble with a broken thumb. Some broken bone.
God.
You got to give him credit for that.
That was actually when he really picked up his play after that. So that shouldn't go unnoticed. But yeah, I think that was one of the best games I've seen in a long time. Like Ja is absolute. So like the best sequence for me was after Damian Lillard had that ridiculous poster over Jonas Valanciunas. Ja Morant really wanted the next one. Like he went down the court, he took it on the left wing, drove by, was winding up for a ridiculous dunk, and then just passed it up to the corner. And then it was, oh my God, that just epitomizes everything that I love about Ja Morant.
He needs to be a little careful about how he lands. I mean, you've seen that after he dunk, because you don't want him to have some kind of terrible injury. You know, I used to think about Jaylen Brown until he put on a little bit more muscle, and now I'm less concerned. But yeah, he's very light, so when he comes down so hard, and I'm just scared he's gonna, do something. But I'm sure
buckle his knee or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I loved the play where they were down 6 after that McCollum step back over Ja, and he, and at that point, and then he did a great move in and out, and over the head, off the backboard. It was a beautiful layup. And I also see, again, like I didn't watch too much of Memphis during the actual thing, but Dylan Brooks shoots a lot of shots.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty good today.
He did, and especially in the second quarter.
Full exposure for the viewers. We're having this the night of that game, so that's why I said today.
Yeah,
but
I remember watching him a little bit, shooting a lot of ISOs, but he's just like I mean, they don't really have a lot of other shooters, so I can kind of see why, especially
Grayson Allen also balled out today.
Yeah, he played well, but
a big thing that I noticed is the bubble kind of revitalized a lot of people who had a lot of promise out of college. Like this is the bubble. Obviously not quite like this, but I thought T.J. Warren was going to be more like this than what he has been in the NBA. Be like somebody, just like a volume scorer, kind of like what Andrew Wiggins was in his first couple of years. Like Grayson Allen, this is exactly what I thought he was going to do. He wasn't doing it. Michael Porter Jr., this is a lot closer to what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, he was great.
So that's just something I quickly noticed as Grayson Allen was lighting it up. That was a stupid technical on him. He got all ball on that.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it. I can't.
Damian Lillard drove to the hoop, put up a contact layup. Grayson Allen leaps up, swats it. Damian Lillard screams. They call a foul. Grayson Allen goes over to the ref, pleads his case, and he gets a tech for complaining. It was stupid.
Well, they definitely keep a close tab on him after his college days. I've never seen a player with more outbursts.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Quite the track record. Yeah. And no, the really stupid part about actually, now that I remember it, was Damian Lillard definitely knew that it wasn't a foul. So he took his free throw as quickly as he could. He just got the ball, threw it up before the Memphis coach, the really young guy, before he could call a challenge. He was about to throw his challenge flag, and the shot was already in the air. So that's kind of I don't know, it was treated like a free play. In
football,
Football, yeah.
Yeah. But it was really interesting, the dynamic of that. I think that they might have to experiment with that to figure out if they're going to keep the challenge and make sure that isn't a case that can happen, because that cost 3 points, and 3 points would prove to be pretty important in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my boys, the Trailblazers, they got the spot, so I'm pretty happy about that. I was right, and I was in the last episode that we did on Wednesday. I said that I was right, but I wasn't really right yet because the Blazers hadn't even made the playoffs. So now I'm guaranteed right.
You were technically right about them getting the 8. So.
Well,
yeah, we all picked.
They made it, boys.
Well, nobody was picking the Nets. I mean, the Nets did a lot better than I expected. That's for damn sure. In that game. I mean, we'd all kind of made that assumption already, but Nick was right. I mean, I picked freaking Pelicans, and they.
I picked the Grizzlies.
I really wish the Pelicans did better, honestly.
I mean, it just seemed like the right thing that was going to happen, inevitable. I didn't count.
Yeah.
They were lined up for glory. They had an easy schedule. They looked great.
And then Alvin Gentry decided not to play Zion because he wanted to keep his job.
I don't think it's his fault.
Dumbass.
Yeah, he didn't want to. Yeah, he didn't want to lose his job. That's why. But I think the problem also was that, once they lost that first game, it really set the tone because they really should have won that first game.
Absolutely.
And then also, I just didn't account. Like, I thought that Portland was going to be better. Don't get me wrong, but like, I did not account for Gary Trent. Like, I counted for Dame, but I didn't account for Gary Trent Jr. I didn't account for Carmelo. I didn't think Nurkic was going to be this much of a problem for the other teams. They went 6-2. They almost went 8-0. I mean, they almost beat Boston and the Clippers. So, okay.
Nurkic really bothers me with how he plays. So, like, whenever he's at the 3-point line, he always goes like, oh, and then he gets a foul.
He has
a side to side.
Apple Podcast listeners, Chandler's just throwing
really pisses me off. Pisses me off.
But he plays well. Well, let's not.
But no, it works.
Let's not go poop on him. He's breathing right now.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, he's got a 3-point shot now. I didn't even really know that.
He does, yes.
But Memphis.
No, he's been playing very well in the bubble.
Yeah, I didn't think that Portland was going to be this good, and then obviously Phoenix just kind of. Once Phoenix and actually San Antonio started playing that well, I think New Orleans was just like, oh, we have to deal with so many teams. Let's just, they just gave up. Also, Lonzo and Zion, it just kind of didn't work out.
Stupid. They could have. The end.
They didn't really have a choice. Like, as much as we want to say that they rigged the scheduling to give them the easiest possible schedule, I mean, they definitely didn't. Like, they can't do that.
Yeah,
yes.
We can hear you.
Okay.
You were lagging out there for a sec, but you're back.
You were lagging to me, but obviously that's Chandler because he responded to whatever you said. I couldn't hear it at all. And then it said something on my phone that said my connection was unstable, but I think it's fine because nothing's happening.
You're back. Yeah, you're fine.
All right, cool. All
right, I think before we move into playoff series, I think we should kind of go over the records that we had last week for our predictions. I'm kind of upset about how that went, but it's not dead yet. So Chandler, why don't you go ahead and read our records from the regular season?
All right, so yes, this is the entire bubble record. So we are finished with that. I'm just gonna get it out of the way and say Stuart won the regular season with a record of 53-28, which is obviously very good. Well done, Stuart. Everybody at home,
nice.
Golf claps.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Now
I just dominated again.
Yeah, he just dominated. It was.
I was in first place at one point.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, so now let's see what happened with that. So going into these last 2 days,
so you're just gonna roast me like a turkey?
It was not a lot of games. So going into this, I was 38-28. So I actually had coming into this these last couple of games, same amount of losses that Stuart ended with. So well done, Stuart. And then Nick was 41-25. Right now we are both 47-34, meaning that I came up 3 games ahead of Nick in this. So now he started off so well. He was 22-8. No, maybe that was Stuart. I don't know.
No, that was me.
I remember I went 11-0.
He was 11.
Yeah, you went 11-0 in the first couple games. So let's yeah.
So then you finished 36-34 at the end there.
Oh no.
Well, you don't have to cry about it. All right, let me just.
You peaked at the wrong time. You peaked at the wrong time, man.
Now it's fine. I started off with a boom, and I went out with nothing.
The dud.
But it's not over because we will count Stuart as the winner for the regular season of the bubble, but we will keep a cumulative record for the playoffs, and we'll have a separate cumulative. Yeah, whatever. It's late. Cumulative playoff record, and as well, we'll do a separate playoff record for all the playoff games. So. If you haven't already, I'm just going to say this because on the Nosebleeds podcast Instagram, if you're not following it already, make sure to go follow at Nosebleeds _podcast. And on our channel over there, we have a video recapping the point system that we're going to use for both this and what we've been using for the NHL so far. So Stuart made a good point, and we actually didn't do this in the last hockey episode. He said, you could just change your pick halfway through to win the series if we do it, week by week. So I'm going to say that we should pick the winner of it, like Stuart and Chandler said to me. I didn't make this up, but we should pick the winner of the series first and then predict games. And then even if we get to Wednesday and the team that we have winning or whatever is just losing or whatever. We just pick games there, but our winner of the series stays the same.
Question.
So, yeah.
So let's say theoretically, like, I won't even use team name. I'll use two teams that got eliminated. Let's say I have the Warriors versus the Pistons. So let's say I say the Warriors are going to win, and then the Pistons go up 3-0. Do I have to say that the Warriors are going to win the rest of the games?
No, you can pick whoever
once
we get to that point.
But if you truly believe that the Warriors are still going to win, and you have Warriors in 7, and they win in 7, you'll get 3 points. 1 for picking the series correctly, 2 for getting a certain right amount of games, and 3 for getting all the games predicted correctly. Well, actually, no, you get 2 points because you predicted the Warriors. Anyway, it's fine. We're trying our best here.
Because you would have gotten 0 for 3 on those first 3 games, depending. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe he didn't pick them in all of those games, but whatever. We'll it's not too complicated. It's on the Nosebleeds Instagram. You figure it out along with Nick's shitty meme with waffles or whatever. So
that got deleted. I deleted it.
You deleted it? Oh, I was okay with it. I was like, it's all right.
It'll be a retro post.
Oh, I archived it. I didn't delete it. Okay. And I put it back up. Maybe I'll just put it up in 10 years. After
10
all
years.
All right. Okay, Nick.
All right. So let's get into these playoff games.
All right. So let's go. I say we start at the East. We'll start with the number 1 versus the number 8 seed.
Are we going to pick series winners first, and then we'll do games after?
Let's do that because I don't want.
Don't say in how many games, or you can, but it's not. Just say your.
You don't have to. It might be detrimental to your strategy.
Mm-hmm. Strategy.
Nick's strategy.
So, we have Bucks versus Magic. Number 1 seed Bucks versus the 8 seed Magic.
Okay, I'll pick
Go
Bucks.
ahead.
I'll pick Milwaukee.
I will also pick Milwaukee.
I'm gonna pick the Magic. Nope.
Oh, write it down, Chandler. Write it down.
On file.
It's on my computer.
I'm picking the Bucks.
All right.
And all right, so let's just go through all the series first, and then we'll do the schedule up until Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we have the number 2 seed Raptors versus the number 7 seed Brooklyn Nets. Who you guys taking?
I will take the Raptors.
I will also be taking the Raptors.
I will also take the Raptors. Wow. Very interesting.
Shocker.
So far. Very shocking, honestly. Who knows? Nets are going to win in 7. Anyway.
Write that down. We have 2. Yeah. I'm going to get, when this goes on YouTube, I'm going to find that part of you saying both these teams are going to win. I'm going to post that.
Hard cut.
Yes.
Too late.
Well, you have to add in that at the end. You have to add in at the end.
No. Yeah, yes.
Okay, good.
I'll figure it out.
All right. So and then we have the number 3 seed Celtics versus the number 6 seed 76ers. I'm going Celtics.
I'm going to pick Boston.
I will also pick Boston.
Then we have the number 4 seed Heat versus the number 5 seed Pacers. I'm going Heat.
I'm picking Heat.
Heat. It's close.
What if we pick all the same teams?
It's very possible.
I think we're probably going
to. In the first round, at least.
Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, there's one.
Well, actually, there's one conflict that we could have.
There's 2.
All right,
I think there's 2.
I think there's 2, but one of them isn't really, but Nick's going to make it into it. That's my prediction.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right.
All right, so in the West, we have the number 1 seed Lakers versus the number 8 seed Trailblazers.
This is what I was thinking of. I think Nick's going to pick the Blazers. Nick, you love Portland. My God.
Hell no.
Dude, a lot of people are picking,
I hope Portland wins. I really hope they win.
People are
I think it's going to go to 7 games.
There's buzz. Oh, wow, okay. But there's buzz.
Don't tell your thing to ruin your strategy, man.
All right,
well, I don't care about this because none of you are going to agree with me. But
there's buzz around the Lakers. I mean, around Portland right now. I mean, they're very strong.
Portland's on fire, boys. Let's go.
You can make an argument that they're like the 3rd or 4th best team in the West as an 8 seed right now with their current roster. I think they're
really good.
I mean, in my opinion, I'd say they're probably right around Denver.
I think they're better than the Nuggets.
I think they're right. Yeah, I'd say the Houston is a little better, but I think that.
Screw you, Nuggets.
All right. I mean, they beat them last
They're so disappointed.
All right.
Yeah.
So
then we're going number 2 seed.
Wait, we didn't even
pick the teams.
Yeah,
I said the Lakers.
I picked the Lakers.
I said the Lakers.
All right, good.
But I think it's all right anyway. Then we have the Clippers, number 2 seed versus the number 7 seed Mavericks.
I'll pick the Clippers.
I will also pick the Clippers.
I'm gonna go Clippers too.
This is so interesting, guys.
I know.
There's only one series.
How intriguing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that series for last. Well, it would have ended up last anyway.
It's gonna be last anyways.
Then we have the number 3 seed Nuggets versus the number 6 seed Jazz. I'm going Nuggets.
I'm picking Denver.
Even though I hate them.
I'm picking Denver.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm also going Denver. And then we have probably the most intriguing match of the first round so far, according to our predictions. We have the Thunder, the number 5 seed, versus the Rockets, the number 4 seed.
I'll be taking Houston.
I will pick the Rockets, but I like the Thunder, but I'm going to pick the Rockets.
Well, so much for this being interesting because I'm also going Rockets.
Let's go.
We could have just done that 5 seconds.
We could have just done that on the
we just picked on the
Instagram with the theme song in the background.
Yeah, right. That was all right. Well, that's good.
That was that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about this in the bathroom a minute ago. Like, I picked the Thunder. What?
Hard cut.
I was just going pee, man. What?
It's done. Keep going.
The bathroom's right over there. Anyway, I picked the Thunder earlier. Like,
You're
remember
going
we did
from your seat? Oh my god! Never mind.
I'm going right now. Yeah, I'm relieving myself on the Nosebleeds podcast. You guys just have to be here with me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be an in-depth talk about it later after the episode. Me, Nick, and Chandler will discuss.
Yes.
Top 5 bathroom decorations. All right. Anyway, I picked the Thunder and Rockets to make the playoffs 4 and 5 before we did our predictions, like a while ago. And I picked the Thunder, and I think almost everybody did in that thing.
I think we did too.
I did as well. Yeah.
And I haven't really changed my feelings about the Thunder that much, but Houston just looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the small ball things to be working, and also I know that the Thunder have the height advantage, but Steven Adams isn't he doesn't have a bunch of post-up moves or anything. And same thing with Gallinari. They're not going to have that guy like Anthony Davis who's just going to go in there and dominate the paint. They're also a guard-oriented team, and I think Houston's guards are better. So, that's just kind of the way it is. And I honestly think the Thunder could win, but I'm picking. Most people seem to be picking Houston.
I mean, at the same time, Russell Westbrook is hurt right now, so you have
he's
to
gonna
also
play though. I think he's going to play.
Apparently, he's gonna miss part of the first round, from what I've heard.
I'm gonna look at the injury, see if it says on Monday.
Let me just say back to that first episode, like Stuart was saying. Oh, I was just
he is out. Wait, it says rest. I don't think that's correct. All right, let me just look this up on the internet. Russell Westbrook.
I remember Bleacher Report said that.
He's gonna be sidelined for the first 2 games. So.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Doesn't say.
That could be pretty big, honestly.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
Yep.
It doesn't say
Houston's
how
already
many.
on fire as of late.
But I'm going to say let's assume it's going to be 2, at least 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing that I will say, though, is that I was hoping for the Nuggets to drop to the 4 seed and then the Rockets to move up to the 3 seed.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying before we did the predictions. Remember, because you got really mad at me? You said, well, that didn't happen, so shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, but no. But why, though? Because the Thunder and Nuggets. Because
I thought the Thunder would have beaten Nuggets, and then the Rockets would have also.
Yeah, I think I would have said that, too. I think I honestly would have said that, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would have been close for me. It would have been close for me. I don't know. The Nuggets have looked.
It definitely would have been close, but I don't know. That's what I really wanted to happen. I just hate the Nuggets.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to see another a third year in a row of a Rockets Jazz matchup in the playoffs. So.
It doesn't look like we're going to get that. I highly doubt it.
You never know. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway.
Jazz in 4.
All right, so we're going to go to games now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go game by game, do these predictions for the record and the points.
So, first game on Monday at 1:30, the Jazz take on the Nuggets. And in the first game, I'm going to pick the Nuggets.
I'm going to go – no, you know what?
Oh, you know what? How does this feel fair before when you try to make the trendy pick, Nick? It ends you 47-34 when you had a lead, bro. You got to be rational here.
Yeah, all right, I'm going Nuggets.
I will also be going the Nuggets.
I just like when we have consensus because that's good for me.
It's safe.
Because I'm already up. So if we all get it wrong or right, it doesn't affect anything.
I just don't want to get last. If I get last,
now the Nuggets are
really depressed.
The line is
after all the trash I've thrown at Chandler for being in last place. If I end up finishing last, I'm just gonna be hard. I'm gonna be really upset.
It's gonna be really funny. I'm gonna really enjoy it.
Watch me finish in last now. All right. All right. So second game's at 4.
Dang.
Nets Raptors. Raptors are favored by 9.5. I'm picking the Raptors in this game.
Yeah, I'm going Raptors.
Yep.
So safe. It's sad.
So safe, I know.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
76. Okay, so at 6:30, 76ers play the Celtics. Celtics are 5.5-point favorites. I'm picking Boston in game 1 to come out with the win.
Also,
we have not dissented yet.
I
will.
We will. You're picking the Mavericks over the Clippers in this later game here, Nick? All right. Anyway, speaking of which,
I'm picking.
All right. Speaking of which, let me just Clippers Mavericks. Clippers are the -6 favorites.
I will take the Clippers.
Yeah, I'm picking the Clippers in the first game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clippers too. I hate this.
I mean, it's all good for me.
Catch up?
Neither of you can catch up to me.
Okay, Nick, disagree then if you hate this.
All right, Magic versus. All right,
scared.
so on Tuesday, 1:30, the Bucks are 11.5-point favorites, which I think is a little bit low against the Magic. So I'm picking Milwaukee.
I will also
go Magic.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, you said it so deadpan. I was like,
if I was gonna make.
They won game 1 last year,
Magic.
right?
You can die.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a different Magic and a different Bucks team. I mean, a different.
Yeah, also the Raptors.
Yeah, it's just they had to get us to play off the end first.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
Yeah.
All right. The second game is Heat Pacers at 4. Heat are the -3.5-point favorites. I'm picking Miami, but this I think.
I will also pick Miami.
I'm going Pacers.
Oh, let's go.
I'm also picking Miami.
I'm going Pacers.
All right. Hopefully you're wrong. Hopefully you're wrong, and then you're gonna fall further back. That game's at what? At 4 on Tuesday. So I will be here. All right.
I'll be working.
Okay.
Great.
All right. And then another game now, Thunder Rockets, and now we know that Westbrook is out, and you know how we know the Thunder are -1.5 favorites in this game.
I'm taking the Thunder because
I'm picking Houston anyway.
I'm taking OKC.
I'm going Thunder. No, wait, no. I'm going Rockets.
All right, Nick, we agree here. And we agree.
You have
I'm too scared to go against Master Stewart.
You just did.
Wait, you picked the Rockets.
No, the pick before you did.
Okay, but I'm more confident in that one.
Of course.
That's fair. I mean, okay. All right, and then the final game before Wednesday, the Trailblazers play the Lakers. The line hasn't dropped yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be 6 or 7. I'm picking the Lakers in this game, but I'm a little nervous. I'm going to be honest.
I'm going Portland.
All right. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I don't blame you.
I think Portland can push it to
fire,
6,
boys.
but I just think that the Lakers will win this game because LeBron's going to be jacked up.
Yeah, I also have to go to Lakers.
Let me just
LeBron.
All right. Well, that's a little harsh, but okay. And
I'm just kidding. I like
do we want to maybe predict
LeBron.
the first game of Wednesday just so that can be up?
Yes.
All right.
That's smart.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. So that's the second Nets Raptors game, and I'm going to pick the Raptors. So.
Yes, I will also.
I'm going to go Raptors as well.
All right.
And
so
wait, what time is that at?
That's the 1:30 game on Wednesday.
Okay,
Okay, perfect. It should be up before then, hopefully.
Yeah. We will talk about that game as if it hasn't happened yet because we'll record beforehand, but
yeah,
the podcast might not actually go up till after, so.
Play it safe.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest, Toronto's probably going to win, but. All right.
Nets just win by 40.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Imagine. That'd be great.
Yeah. No.
All right. Do we have anything else that we want to do? I think that's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching this special Nosebleeds podcast episode. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to ACMi Sports on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at nosebleeds__podcast. And subscribe to the Nosebleeds podcast on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating there. And you can check out our podcast there as well. So, if you're driving, you can listen to it. Hook it up to your aux cord or your Bluetooth or whatever. Just,
what's
jam
going on?
out to the
Nosebleeds. For a second, I just hear aux Bluetooth. Like, what's going on, Nick? Just
jam out to the Nosebleeds podcast in your car.
How do you do, fellow kids? That's what Nick's trying to do right now.
Anyway.
Look at this fans of water. I mean, come on.
If you like
this is a cool game.
I didn't hear what you said anyway.
This is Nick's pick.
Cool. If you like hockey, make sure to tune in to our hockey episode every Monday. Every Monday afternoon, it should be up on both Apple Podcasts and on YouTube. And if you like basketball, you can tune in for our weekly basketball episode, which will go up on Wednesday afternoons, for a full recap of the past week and predictions for the week ahead. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching this episode of the Nosebleeds podcast. My name is Nick Antonakis, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.